Hello, happy afternoon, everybody. Happy afternoon. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for joining my live. Tonight, I want to talk about friends. I find that not only do youth have a problem with knowing who their friends are, but many of us adults are still struggling to know who our friends are. Yeah, you would think that adults would not struggle with this. However, there is still some struggle with adults knowing who their real friends are. You know, as we go through life, sometimes we have history with people and we have familiar territory with people, and everything becomes so familiar with us. We're able to identify the behaviors of people that we become comfortable with those people. And so we build trust. And when those people violate us, that's when we feel like we can no longer trust those people. But today I made a video, which that video actually timed out on me. So I wanted to piggyback off of what I was stating in that video. Because you have to know when a person's season is up in your life. I will say that again. You have to know when a person's season is up in your life. See, everybody that comes in our life, everybody that you come in contact with, sometimes those relationships are only temporary, but sometimes we want to make them permanent. And that's human nature because we want that human interaction and that human connection. And sometimes we think it's supposed to be long term. But you have to know why people are purposed in your life and why they come on the path when you meet them. Because sometimes you meet people, it may be a business matter. It may be just you cross paths in that moment and you are to pour into them or they are to pour into you in those few seconds that you met them. But it doesn't mean that they are to navigate this life with you. And so when it comes to long-term friendships, you have to know who to take on the journey. And like I state before in my previous video, cutting people off. You have to know when to cut people off and not feel bad about it. You cannot feel bad about cutting people off, letting people go, when to eliminate people from your life, because there are times people will come into your space and those people will drain you of all of your resources to the point where you can no longer give and produce in your life to fulfill what you need to fulfill in this life. You can't even fulfill and do your purpose because you're serving other people to a capacity that is outside of what you can handle. And you have to know people's limitations in your life. You have to be able to set boundaries with those people. Because when people come in your life, it's either to make you or break you. It's either to make you or break you. You're going to cross paths with people, and some of those people are going to pour into you, and you won't even have to give anything. You won't have to say anything. You won't have to do anything. You won't have to make effort. Those people are going to sow into your life because it was predestined. It was organized. It was orchestrated for them to be able to cross paths with you, but become a blessing to you. Because not all the time will you be a blessing to somebody. Not all the time will they be a blessing to you. And so you have to be able to discern who is a blessing and who's not a blessing. And those people that come in your life to suck your resources and to drain you and to not pour into you, those are the people you have to be very careful of. See, you can't pour out if you're not being filled. You cannot pour out if you're not being filled. You have to be filled back up. Every time your cup becomes empty, you have to be refilled. So where are you getting your fueling from? Are you getting that from people who really have a passion for you, people who really want to see you do well in life? Are you being refueled by people who are strong, people who really have great intentions for you? Because there are some people that will come to try to pour into you, but they have an ulterior motive behind what they're doing. And that is to find a way. They are opportunists. They are to find a way to drain you of all your resources. What they do is they'll build you up and then they'll tear you back down. They'll build you, rebuild you, then they'll tear you back down. And so that's why we have to be able to detect and discern who is good for us and who is not good for us. If you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, the word of God, there's a season for everything. There is a season and a purpose for everything. When you meet people, sometimes you will meet people, you may meet people at the store, you may meet people at church, you may meet people in the community, you may meet people in business affairs. But when you cross paths with people, depending on their energy and your energy and how it match, because oftentimes you got to go by energy because everybody's not giving off the same energy. And you have to know if you positive, you cannot, hey Ulysses, you cannot be around people with negative energy. You have to maintain your positive energy, and it takes a lot to maintain positive energy. You have to keep yourself prayed up. You have to keep yourself motivated. You have to look in the mirror and tell yourself you can move forward, you can do this, and you can accomplish anything in life, because nobody is giving you a pat on the back. Nobody is holding your hand. Nobody is pushing you. Nobody's rooting for you. And so when you're the only person that is rooting for yourself, then you have to be careful who you allow in your space, because you have to know where your energy comes from. Because people will offset you. People will offset your life. People will offset your whole path, your whole destiny, because you allowed them in your space thinking you can trust them. And just because somebody smile and somebody give you a hug and somebody, hey, I support you, I do, does not mean they have good intentions for you. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready, because there's a warfare going on in this life. And the Bible tells us that friendship is a valuable gift from God. Friendship is a valuable gift from God. God will send people in your path that are set up to bless you. People that have real good intentions for you. People that want to see you prosper. People who are not jealous of you. People who won't talk behind your back. People who can empathize with where you are in life. People that would not knock down your halo because you made an error in your life, but they come to build you up. They want to see you remain strong in everything that you go through. They're there to support you. They're there to push you through. They're there to be on the path with you when you're in the pit. And they don't mind going in the pit with you. They don't mind coming in the pit while you're there, while you're suffering, while you're crying, while you're dying. They do not mind being in the pit with you, because God has placed them in your path for a purpose. And so don't discount the people who come in your path, but you got to know who are good and who are bad. And those people who are bad, sometimes we try to hold on to relationships. We try to hold on to people, and we know those people do not have good intentions for us. We try to make temporary relationships permanent. Do not make temporary relationships permanent. Don't even try. Don't even force yourself. Because when you do that, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for heartbreak, because people will let you down. People will forfeit you. People will abort you. People will push you to the side. And so you have to know boundaries with people, because everybody is not your friend. We learn friendship from birth. We learn friendship in our youth. You know, we become friends in elementary. Sometimes we grow together. We go through high school together. Sometimes we go through church together. Sometimes we grow in the community together. We do things in the environment together. Sometimes we serve together. There are different things that we do with people that we feel are familiar territory. But just because you have familiar territory with people does not mean they can't be cut off at a certain time. Does not mean that you can't eliminate them from your life when it's time, because people will hurt you. And when people hurt you, you have to set boundaries so that those people, even if they come back in your life, they have to know that you would not be accepting to the thing they did to you in the past. And so you have to set the standard. You have to set the standard for what you want in life, because people will treat you any kind of way. People will do what they want to do to you because you allow this. And you become a softy. See, you ride for everybody, but nobody's riding for you. You give to everybody, but nobody's giving to you. You go above and beyond, but nobody is going above and beyond with you. See, I got to a place in life where I stopped riding for people who were not riding for me. Yes, because I used to ride for people. I would support people and I wasn't even supporting myself. I was there for people and was not there for myself. And I have a question here. Somebody's asking how to keep positive energy when negative people are around. Well, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to always have negative people in your path. I don't care if it's 3 people in a setting. One of those persons are not going to have positive energy. You're going to always be in a conflicting environment. Your environment is never going to be 100. You're going to always have opposing forces against you. But you have to carry the energy. You have to stand alone. You have to be the one to stand out. And that is where you come in as different. You have to be the person to be set apart. Because just because everybody else have negative energy does not mean you got to consume or absorb that energy. And you have to know that if those people are in your circle, in your environment, and they have that energy, you have to know how to detach yourself in that environment. You have to, okay, well, she's negative. She's speaking negative. Everything she got going on is negative. And all the time, you can't be positive in everything, because sometimes there are some things that are just going to be what it is. I know sometimes we always want to remain positive. We always want to keep a positive attitude. But reality is, you want people to feel positive all the time. But there are some days people wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes people wake up with a headache and they don't feel like talking to nobody. And so you can't tell people how to feel in that moment that they are feeling what they feel. And so the only thing you can do in that moment is be different. Be different. And you know how to be different. You know how to maintain your energy. You got to stay focused. You got to stay prayerful. You may have to jot down some scriptures. You may have to write down some affirmations to put in front of you. You may have to put some sticky notes around you. You may have to put some oil on the bed frames. You may have to go around the office, whatever you got to do. You may have to pray silently. You may have to go to somebody and just vent what you feel. You may have to journal. You may have to walk it out. But whatever it is that you got to do to maintain your positivity, as long as that person's energy does not override yours. You cannot, remember this, you can't allow other people's energy to override your energy. Then if they override your energy, then they're in control. They're in control of your thoughts. They're in control of your behaviors. They're in control of what and how you respond. Don't give people that much play in your life. People don't have no authority over you. You are in control of your actions. You're in control of what you do and what you produce. And nobody, I don't care what type of atmosphere you're in or what energy they're giving off. You have self-control. And that's what you got to maintain. And that comes with self-effort. That comes with, that's instilled within self. That has nothing to do with nobody around you, how you was raised. That comes with how you handle conflict, how you handle negativity. So you have to set the guidelines, and you have to know when to cut people off, like I say, because we try to hold on to people for so long. And sometimes we have a hard time cutting people off because we don't want to feel bad. We don't want them to feel, that we betrayed them, or we don't. And see, sometimes people would think because you're a Christian that they can do you any kind of way. People think because you're a Christian, you're soft or you're weak, and they can just bully you. And you don't have to be a Christian. I'm not just talking to people who are Christians. I'm talking to everybody. You may be Buddhist, you may be Muslim, whatever religion you are, a belief system you have. You have to know how to set boundaries with people. You have to know when to say no. You don't have to run to every person's beck and call just because they need you in that time. You do not have to run. And you have to know when the life is being sucked out of you. Sometimes I have to say, you know what? I'm not doing that today. I'm not answering my phone today. I'm not picking up for nobody today because I got to take care of me. And it's okay to take care of you. Because if you're not happy, if you're not positive, if it's affecting you, then you have to know anything that affects you is a problem. Anything that is draining you of your mental and emotional, spiritual, and physical health, that's a problem. How are you going to handle that? Are you going to keep giving? Are you going to keep pouring out? Are you going to keep subjecting yourself to the people that are not respecting your boundaries? Why? Why do you do that? Are you afraid of losing those people? Sometimes we're afraid of losing people. We're afraid of losing people. We're afraid to start over. We're afraid to start new friendships and relationships. Sometimes you got to move from your territory, your familiar places. You got to move in those areas. Don't be fearful. Because see, God did not give us the spirit of fear. We're not supposed to be fearful in this life. We are supposed to think beyond where we are. We're supposed to go after the things that will advance us. We're supposed to surround ourselves with the people who are progressive. Because if you remain around people who are like you and who are on the same level and who don't want to grow and they doing the same thing they've been doing for 5 and 10 years, then you're going to find yourself 10 years down the road doing the same thing you've been doing for the last 5 or 10 years. You have made no progress. You've had all these visions. You're a visionary, but you have not put anything into perspective. You have not wrote down any goals. You have not looked into the future. You have not consulted with nobody as to where or what your life looks like. You need clarity and you're not even seeking it. And so you are going to remain stagnant. You are going to remain stagnant. But for those people who want to grow in their life, you got to look around. You got to evaluate those people that you are around. Because those people that you are around, they should look better than you. The people that you hang with every day, they should look better than you. And if they don't, then you need to question self. And not saying that you're better than anybody, or not saying that you think you have grown and you just think you all that. And not saying that. It's just when you got standards and when you want more out of life, then you have to leave some things behind. You have to relocate. You have to leave some people behind because some people will never grow. Some people are okay with settling. Some people are okay in being in that place for the rest of their life. Some people don't want change. Some people are afraid of change. And so what change looks like to them may not look the same for you. And it's okay to keep those people in your life, or if you want to remain attached, you just got to know boundaries. You have to know I can let you in my space, but only for this moment, only for, this specific time. If you need me, I'm here. I'm here. I will point you in the right direction. But when it comes to you coming in my life and you draining me of my resources and you not pouring into me, and you always calling me with a dilemma and you have no feedback for my issues, then that's a problem. That is a problem. And so I want you to evaluate the people in your life And I want you to say, why are they here? Ask yourself, why are they here? Ask them, why are you here? What is your purpose of being in my life? What is your purpose? Whether that's a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever that looks like. Why are you here? And I need both of us to give off something, because I can't give 100 and you're not even giving 50. Then I'm going to be busted and disgusted. But when you can meet me halfway, because see, I know what I can do and I know what I can accomplish. I know what's inside of me. I know the power I possess. When you know your power, see, nobody can take that from you. You just can't let nobody take your power. Because when you got the power and you possess it and you walk in it and you own it, nobody can take that from you unless you give it to them. And I'm not giving nobody my power. I'm not letting nobody walk in my shoes. I own what I own. I own my authority. And you have to be just like that. You have to own your authority. I don't care where you at. I don't care who you're around. I don't care how above they think they are. I don't care how many degrees they have. I don't care what capacity they serve. You have to know your place, and you have to be confident in yourself to know, I got me. I got me. And long as I got me, nobody can take that from me. I got me. I had to get confident in me. People, get confident in yourself. Don't let nobody kill and steal your self-esteem. Because when people can steal your self-esteem, they got you. They got you where they want you. They want to point you in the right direction. They want to give you orders. They want to tell you what to do. They want to tell you what decisions to make. They want to tell you how your life should look. But when you become your own individual, when you can make your own choices, when you can do what makes you happy, then what they say is null and void. It doesn't even matter. It's okay that they don't like you. It's okay if they get mad because you made an individual decision. You made a decision to be happy. You made a decision to do what makes you proud. You made a decision on your behalf. You made a decision in doing the things that you want to do. And so don't let anybody change the way you think of yourself. You have to put yourself before everybody else, because I find a lot of people put other people before themselves. And they discard themselves. They discard their visions. They discard their dreams. They discard their goals. They discard everything pertaining to themselves to fulfill somebody else's dream. And I'm at a place of life, I'm not fulfilling anybody else's dream. I've done that. I've supported other people. I've went beyond, above for other people. And I've done everything to the capacity that I'm supposed to do to help other people. But I'm in a place now, I'm serving me. I'm doing what makes me happy. And whatever that looks like, it's okay. Because it's fulfilling me. It's making me feel proud of me. So do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. And don't feel bad about it. Don't allow other people to predict the decisions you make in your life and what you want to do and how you should think, or feel about a situation. Don't allow other people to bring their opinions and their perspectives into your thought process. You have to protect your thought processes, because your thought processes has a lot to do with your behavior and how you react and how you respond and what you give off. So protect your space, people. Protect your space. Know your friends and examine those in your life. And I say, never give up on you. Never stop believing in you. Never stop promoting you. Never stop applauding you. Never stop smiling for you. Never stop giving yourself a high five. Never stop shouting for you, because you are the champion. And nobody should look greater than you. Nobody should appear better than you. And so I say, examine those in your environment, look around, and know who's for you and know who's not for you. And those who are not for you, I say, eliminate them as quickly as possible. My name is Alita Roundtree. My web is www.alitaroundtree.com. And you can reach me. You can reach out on my social media, Alita Roundtree Mathis, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I am a community and mental health advocate. I am a life coach, human rights consultant. I am a public speaker. I'm an author. And I am here for you. You can reach out. If you need services, coaching, whatever it is you need, you can reach out, submit an inquiry. I will reach out to you, and just know in the future who your friends are. Peace.